Again, to thank all deputies. I don't have time to respond to all of the issues raised. There was an issue raised by Deputy Kenny there in relation to income thresholds, and that is the review is now complete, and Minister Burke and Minister O'Brien are considering the findings with view to recommendations, just say in relation to that. And Deputy Kenny raised the issue of the RTB around issues of systems of payment, so we will take that up again, but apologies I can't come back in on all of the issues raised. And again, to thank all deputies for their contribution this morning. I am grateful for the opportunity to close the debate for the Government on People Before Profits Rent Reduction Bill 2022. The Government is opposing the bill for the reasons outlined by Minister Burke earlier. The Government is keenly aware of the challenges that tenants face. We know that rents are unaffordable for many people and that rent increases can exacerbate financial difficulty. We know that many people would prefer to own and not to rent their own home. We know that people want a secure home. We know that people need a residential rental sector with an adequate supply to ensure that rents are affordable. The Government has and will continue to implement measures to promote equity, fairness and security of tenure in private rental sector. Increasing supply of all types of housing is key to relieving the pressure on the existing rental stock. The Government's plan, Housing for All, sets us on a path of delivering 300,000 new homes between now and the end of 2030, including 90,000 social homes, 36,000 affordable purchase homes and 18,000 cost rental homes, as referenced by Deputy Collins. It is a plan with real ambition, guaranteed investment and fresh ideas to deliver housing for people, create a long-term sustainable housing system. Housing for All is backed by 20 billion in state investment in housing to the end of 2026. It gives certainty and stability to those who want to finance and build homes. In order to deliver housing at substantial scale we need across the country, capital from all sources, including private investment, is required. Housing for All focuses on tackling supply and affordability issues in the rental market. Guaranteed state investment of over 4 billion a year in housing is aimed at increasing supply. An increased supply of all properties, including purpose-built rental accommodation and cost rental accommodation, will relieve the pressure on existing rental market stock. Through a range of measures, we are incentivising supply of different tenures, social, affordable, private rental, including cost rental and private ownership. The investment of 4 billion of exchequer funding in 2022 will provide approximately 9,000 new build social homes and help fund the provision of 4,100 affordable homes to rent or buy. Affordable purchase schemes are coming on stream, and these schemes, along with the First Home Shared Equity Scheme, will increase access to homes for first-time buyers. Housing for All is working. The Government is making progress, as are the numbers of new dwellings, completions, commencements, permissions, home purchases, first-time buyers and mortgage drawdowns are all increasing. This year, the Government's target is the delivery of 24,600 homes. In the year to end of March 2022, 22,219 new homes were completed. We have also received 44,491 planning permissions for residential units in the same period. Commencement notice for the construction of almost 30,233 new homes were received over the past 12 months. This is 18.5% higher than the previous 12-month period of June 2020 to May 2021. Notice for 2,746 homes were received in May alone. 250 million has been allocated for local authority home loan, which is available for first-time buyers and other eligible applicants for the purchase of new or second-hand residential properties or for self-builds. Eligible applicants can borrow up to 90% of market value of property, or purchase price of affordable purchase scheme can be borrowed. The First Home Shared Equity Scheme was launched last week on July 7th and will support approximately 8,000 affordable homes purchases by 2025, primarily for first-time buyers in the private market, with overall funding of €400 million. The scheme delivers on the programme for government commitment to progress a state-backed affordable home purchase scheme to promote home ownership. The Government has acknowledged that many families are currently facing housing affordability issues in Ireland. To address this problem, the Government has committed, under Housing for All, to the delivery of 18,000 cost rental homes by 2030, or an average of 2,000 homes per year, which will make a real difference for families experiencing affordability issues in Ireland. The intention is to initially target cost rental at more urban areas of Ireland, with the affordability issues where affordability issues are most acute and where most significant reductions on the market rents can be achieved. Not only does cost rental provide security of tenure, it also targets rents at a discount of 25% below market rents for comparable units. As the rents are based on the cost incurred in the provision of a cost rental home, state subventions can help reduce the starting cost of rents, which are ultimately charged to the tenants, taking into account long-term maintenance needs. The Government has put in place a cost rental equity loan scheme to assist approved housing bodies with cost rental delivery, and local authorities can avail of supports from the Affordable Housing Fund to deliver cost rental units. Ireland's first 50 purpose-built cost rental homes were completed in Q1 2022 at Enniskerry Road, Stepaside. These homes were delivered by TUA and Respond AHBs in collaboration with Dunleary Rathdown County Council and with a 4.5 million of funding provided through the Service Sites Fund. As precursor to the Affordable Housing Fund, the cost covering rents for the 2-bedroom apartments is €1,200 per month, which represents a very significant discount on market rents in the area for the same type of unit. To date, approval in principle has been confirmed for approximately 900 cost rental homes to be delivered by HBs under the CREL scheme in the period to 2023. The Government has committed €70 million from CREL in funding this year. CREL funds 30% of the cost of acquiring cost rental homes, the remaining 70% also committed by the State through loans in the Housing Finance Agency, and this commitment is given on a multi-annual basis in line with Housing for All targets. The first 65 CREL-funded cost rental homes were tenanted in Ireland by Clúid AHB in 2021, with 25 at Taylor Hill, Balbriggan, and a further 40 at Barnaball Meadows, Leixlip, County Kildare. Both developments delivered cost covering rents at least 40% below comparable market prices. Q2 2022 saw a further 119 cost rental homes tenanted at Barn Hall in Leixlip, Parkland City West, the Paddocks in Newbridge and Kilcarbery Grange in Clondalkin, with funding from CREL scheme covering up to 30% of the capital costs of each development and the Housing Finance Agency providing support for the remaining 70% of capital costs. This brings the number of cost rental homes in Ireland to 234, less than 12 months since the passing of the Affordable Housing Act last July. As the model continues to be rolled out, it will provide long-term secure rental accommodation for thousands of renters. Cost rental will also add certainty to the rental market and provide more options for people. It is also expected that the development of the cost rental sector will have an impact on the wider rental market, reducing rents over the longer term. Any proposed measure that impacts on private property rights requires detailed consideration and scrutiny, having regard to provisions of Article 43 of the Constitution and associated legal complexities. RPZs are a targeted instrument which the Government has enhanced during the past 12 months, taking into consideration rising inflation, where the rent restriction proposed in the Private Members' Bill would apply to all areas regardless of the level of rent pressure. While the Government will be opposing your bill, I do recognise your intent is to help tenants. The Government seeks to help tenants too, and I wish to reassure you that the Programme for Government recognises the important role that the private rented sector plays in housing many people and will continue to do so into the future. This Government is addressing the challenges in this sector, including the standards. My department continues to work hard with the RTB to continue to strengthen its function and delivery of assistance to tenants and landlords. The RTB has a highly responsive, particularly in the fast-moving context of COVID-19 in recent times, to the needs of tenants, and Government is continually providing up-to-date assistance. I wish to record the Government's sincere gratitude to the RTB for their continuing efforts in this regard and for the help of MABS, Threshold and all other NGOs, approved housing bodies, local authorities that help deliver in addressing the evolving housing crisis. The Government is committed to supporting an adequate supply of residential tenant accommodation to ensure equity and fairness for landlords and tenants alike. Improving the standards, security and affordability for renters is a priority for me and the Government, and we are making significant changes in recognition of the fact that tenants continue to face challenges in the rental and housing markets. Our approach to any necessary legal change will continually be carefully balanced.